We tried so hard, but I failed. I could not give him what we both longed for, what we needed to complete us. Yet he loved me and he wanted me to be happy, to satisfy my need, my purpose, to be a mother. It was so cold, so grey, and there were so many children. But when I saw her, I knew. That woman, that Romanian nurse, she tried to dissuade me. She's a gypsy, she whispered, as she spoke disparagingly of my daughter's genes. What a terrible time. Such a terrible place. We signed the papers and she was ours. I held her in my arms. My beautiful daughter would not be a victim of her birth, but would bloom in her new life, her new culture. We took her home to Lebanon. We were so happy then. My brother was here today. He so loves our little Shireen, always teasing and playing with her. I wish, though, that he would not be so pessimistic about the future, always worrying about politics and such. He actually suggested that we should change her name, telling me that it would betray her origins and possibly hurt her future chances to study or work abroad. No matter how I tried, I could not get him to stop, even though Shireen was right here listening to every word.
Papa, Uncle said I could be Athena. Did you know that she was a goddess? I know God, but not a goddess. What is a goddess?
Athena is the goddess, the Greek goddess of intelligence and war. It is also the name of the capital of Greece, my little one, but you will learn all that when you are a little older. It is a lovely name, but not as lovely as Shireen. Don't you agree?
Athena, that is my name, Athena.
What are we to do? You know how stubborn she can be.
We will humor her until this passes. After all, she's just a child, and children indulge in fancies. Or so you have told me whenever she speaks of angels and the other invisible friends she has seen in church. It will pass, and she will be our Shireen. Now I must get back to work. There's always so much to do, and a man can never give the appearance of laziness to those who labor beneath him.
Must you work so hard? I feel it would benefit both you and Shireen to spend more time together. Already she's becoming enamored of the church and is always pestering me to read to her of the Gospels. It would be good for you to read her some stories of your family, tales of our history.
Darling, you must make up your mind. Wasn't it you who insisted that she be brought up in the church or Christian God? And now you fret that she will be too immersed in religion.
My brother was right. The world is beginning to divide itself along religious lines, and it is not ridiculous of me to want her to be able to live without persecution of faith. I only want what is best for her.
We will talk about this another time. After all, she is just a child, not a religious zealot. Okay? See you, my darling.
Shireen, come help me clear the table.
I've seen blood, Mama.
Perhaps we should take a walk. It's such a beautiful day.
Hell is close at hand.
What was I to think? I struggled to understand. Was she starting her menses and frightened? When I asked if there was blood, she screamed that there was so much blood, but I could see no trace of where it should be. The next morning there was blood. The blood of 4 murdered men and the 26 Palestinians killed to avenge them pushed open the gates to hell. It became impossible to walk down the streets of Beirut My husband hurried home to be with us. The constant gunfire kept families gathered together, afraid to venture out. Through all of this, Shireen remained quiet, not speaking, just reading and listening to music hour after hour. This went on for almost a year, until one day while dancing, she began chanting.
This is going to last a long, long time. This is going to last a long, long time. This is going to
I tried
last
to
a
stop
long,
her.
long time.
But my husband was listening intently to her words. 2 weeks later, we were on a boat bound for London. He never spoke of his reasons for leaving so suddenly. It was not long after that, on the advice of a pediatrician, that we told her of her adoption. 44,000 people died, and almost 200,000 were wounded. Shireen had been right. The gates to hell remain open even now.